How'd you get here?
This is such an interesting game to talk about online because there are a lot of people that value things very differently in it, right? This game does a lot. It does a lot. It tries to do a lot. It fails at some, succeeds at others. For some people, you know, Cyberspace is a massive failure, yet for, you know, a lot of people, they can overlook that because it's a supplementary thing to the main game. It's important. Don't get me wrong. It's still an important part of the experience, and if you don't like it, yeah, I can understand that detracting a serious amount of points away from the game. But at the same time, it seems to me that, like, a lot of people look at one bit and, like, hyper focus on it. Okay, the Sonic community is very negative. Frame one, you know, there are a bunch of lovely people, a bunch of welcoming people, and honestly, it is one of the better communities to have some form of discussion in because there are a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different possible things you can, you know, assimilate from these conversations that you have with people. But also, holy fuck, dude. Like, some of these motherfuckers take this way too seriously. Like, a game killed their fucking family or something. You know, Sonic Forces is the worst because it beat my grandma to death in the street and I watched it happen as I took the baseball bat, mutilated her kneecaps right in front of me, and then pissed on her grave after the funeral right in front of her entire family. Like, it's not that deep, gang. It's a fucking video game. And I know, you know, hot take, right? There are more important things to life than playing video games. But I can understand why people value these things and why people get passionate about these things. Because, you know, if you have a hobby, if you've dedicated a lot of time to a hobby, I get it, right? Like, you are passionate about it. You're gonna get angry about things. You're gonna feel certain ways about things. By the way, this cutscene is dope. I fucking love this. And then transition to homie attacking the rocks, so fucking cool. Anyways, I get it, but like, some people get real. There's no way I just missed that. I've never seen that happen ever. That's crazy, dude. That's actually really funny. If you spam this, it'll generally work. But I was trying to be all slick with it and whatever. That's really fucking funny, actually. But yeah. Anyways, I get it. I get it. But dang, man, sometimes people get very, like, vitriolic. They get super upset when you disagree with them or value different things. And TLDR, right? It's a video game. It's all subjective. Certain people can value certain things and value them differently than you. Now that that's out of the way, I still love Cyberspace. People been telling me, the streets have been telling me that I'm fucking stupid for that. Because, for those of you who don't know, Cyberspace does actually copy a lot of different Sonic games. It is not original level design. It's ripped from other games, and it's like this weird mix of occasionally original content, but predominantly content from other experiences. And for me, obviously, getting it out of the way right now, it would be better if it was flat out new content. I know that's a no shit Sherlock, but it has to be said, okay? I need to spell things out very clearly, or else bad things are a-coming for your boy. So, yes, I would prefer original content. I think everyone would. However, I don't see the reused content as that big of a deal. For one, alright, yes, there are boost formula stages that are ripped straight from, you know, other boost formula games, and then you're just playing a slightly worse version of this other level that you've already probably played. But then there's also, like, adventure stages, and I don't really get why people are so mad about that shit, because at the end of the day, you're getting to play it in kind of a new, interesting way. You've never probably played these games in a boost formula unless it's, like, in a fan game or something. So, like, it's kind of neat. It's cute. I like it. And I think that makes it a little less egregious in some scenarios, if that makes sense. But also, again, running it back, it's supplementary. It's not the main part of the game. What we're doing right now, this is the main part of the game. Running around this fucking, what's it called? I have a word in my head that I can't think of because I'm just too silly and stupid. The gameplay loop. This is the main gameplay loop. And, you know, it's fine that this other supplementary piece of content isn't perfect, I feel. Because there are plenty of ways to progress while completely ignoring that. Now, if you hate, like, everything that this game does, yeah, you're probably gonna fucking... you're not gonna like this game. I get that. But, like... At the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like people are valuing certain things more than others. For the people that wanted a more traditional Sonic game, maybe they're valuing the boost formula, cyberspace stages, the linear shit, more than the open world, because it's just what they like, and they want more of that, and they want better of that, rather than more of this open world stuff. I have seen a lot of people saying, you know, the open world just doesn't work for me. And that's valid. That's valid. I think it really does work for me personally. I love being able to run around and just kind of experience a lot of these really cool different platforming challenges, especially post-update. The state that the game is in currently is great. It is in a very, very good state, because we have more interesting platforming challenges, just a lot of cool shit that you can experience now that the game is kind of in a more finished state. I have seen some people saying this game's mad broken. I don't see it. Like, it's not the shining pinnacle of quality. It is, it's alright. I mean, it does feel like, Sega put a lot of work into it, but it still isn't up to snuff with AAA games. This is not AAA game quality. Which for $60, AAA game quality is the ideal. It's the vision that we want, you know. And we're starting to get that a little bit more with the kind of glimpses we have into Sonic X Shadow Generations, because that is genuinely, that is the first time in a long time I've looked at a Sonic game and been like, ooh. Looks like they kind of put their whole pussy into this one. Because like this one, you know, you see the shit here and there, the cracks, you see the things that they do wrong, or I don't know, the things that they cut corners on, and I don't know, it lacks that level of quality that you would expect from a $60 game, right? You know, you have the pop-in that was meant... I don't know, the pop-in is such an easy fucking issue to fix, because even post-release of the game, like, people have been fixing it on the PC port forever, because they only did that shit so that it would run on Switch. Why do that on every single port of the game, gang? What was the thought process? And, like, some things don't pop in, but some things do. Like, over there, that red thing popped in, but that rail didn't. Like, what the fuck is going on? What were you thinking, brother? Like, I don't... That's the most baffling aspect of this game to me. It's these weird areas that they cut corners on for, like, maybe performance for the Switch, maybe, or at least that's what the streets be saying, man. That's what people be saying to me in the comment section and the fucking grander world. You know, it's they cut this, or they added this because the Switch version was gonna run like dookie dog shit if they didn't. Which, okay, surprisingly, the Switch version runs really, really, really well. It's 30 FPS, sure, 60 is ideal, whatever, but it runs pretty similarly to the PS4 version, just with, like, a relatively noticeable visual downgrade. Like, things are a little, fuzzy, but it runs the same. That's really cool. That's insane. Now, my question is, how could you not get the game running at 60 on the PS4? Because I played that shit on PS4, frame 1. I didn't have a PS5, because I was a broke boy. Still am a broke boy. but, you know, I didn't get the funds for that shit. And I don't know, it feels like a game that should be able to run on that system. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But if it could run on the Switch at 30... Why the fuck was it? Why was it 30 on the PS5, man? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh, something else. Okay. I get that not everyone has a PS5, right? And frankly, the PS5, like, its library is dog shit. By the way, I just skipped the whole platforming challenge. I don't really mind, because that I don't really like that one. That was a DLC update 1 platforming challenge, and I played this, and you know, the wall running is fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a whatever. it could be worse, and it's probably some of the best like, I don't know, parkour-esque stuff we've gotten, even in comparison to Lost World, which kind of puts a little more effort into its parkour elements. It just, I don't know, it's easier to control, there's less issues, and it's fine, but it's not fun. So, like, if I don't have to touch it, respectfully, yeah, I'm gonna skip that shit so I can get the boost and just not worry about anything else. I'm also gonna be 100%ing all the islands, not getting, like, all the fucking memory tokens and whatever, like, that's a lot. I did that for this island on my first playthrough because I thought that's what constituted 100%. Technically, the game doesn't count that, but if you get all of, like, I think it's all the trophies, you get, like, a little cute hat, a little crown, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I want that shit. I've been meaning to go back on my own time and, like, grind it out. Hey, maybe stream content, who fucking knows, but I don't know, it's just a lot of work, man. You gotta play the game, and then, you know, play it some more, and I don't know. I'll get to it eventually, is the TLDR of that situation. But yeah, I think I can, hold on, what can I get with my beautiful skill points? Oh my goodness, the Wild Rush. Do you notice that we're still on the first island, and we have this fucking crazy shit? Oh, it's L and R together with this, right? LR this? What? I don't fucking whatever. I use the auto combo system. I don't need to use it because this isn't particularly complex. But I don't know. It just makes it easier to run through for me. I don't know what it is. I guess just I have to remember less moves and I can focus more on going fast. They made it for people like me. They made it for people who are lazy like me. Do I actually have it turned on? I actually don't know. Where is it? Because you can turn it off, which is very, very nice. Apparently this was in here at release. I didn't know that, so I played through the whole thing without any form of, wait, restricted movement during a monologue? The fuck? They added so much shit. What the hell? Dude. Okay, hold on. So game settings. Yeah, where is this shit? Am I stupid? Alright, well. I guess I fixed it at some point. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that I don't have auto combo on. So, there we go. I'm never gonna use that move we just learned. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to learn the fucking moves in this game. Which... I don't know. It's definitely a fault of the game. It's definitely a problem. I would really like to have more incentive to kind of interact with the combat more, but I don't know. It's whatever. The combat is simple and it's serviceable and it's fine in its own right. I did have some people kind of misunderstanding what I meant last episode by don't make the combat too complex. I'm not saying make the combat brain dead, right? I don't mind this brain dead combat where I'm literally spamming the same button over and over again. Like, I don't mind that it's not that deep. I would like it to be better, but it's not hurting me emotionally, right? But people were saying like the combat sucks, the platforming sucks, whatever, everything is too simple in this game, yada yada yada. Like, why would you want the combat to be more simple and take away from what? The already simple platforming that you don't have to use your brain for? I don't know if I fully agree with that. I think the platforming in this game is pretty fun, especially when you interact with the kind of open world and the platforming in a cute, fun little way. And I think the towers are also, like, I wouldn't call this brain-dead platforming. I've seen people fall on these things a decent amount. And there's alternate paths, like, it's fun. The open world platforming is fun. So, like, okay. Get that out of the way right now. This is like a very weird conversation point for me, so I know I'm stumbling all over my fucking words right now, but I just like I don't see it. I kind of don't see the connection where it's like, all right, well, the platforming sucks ass, therefore we need, like, why should we have more simple combat? It's like, it's complementary to the platforming. I'm not saying the platforming here is perfect. I would love the platforming to be like, continue pushing forward, continue making better platforming with more interesting things. Like, please, oh my god, please. but like, why? How is that connected to the complexity of like a supplemental system? Why should, if the platforming is lacking, why should we fall back on a supplementary thing that Sonic was never really made for, and make that the focus, to take more effort and you know, brain space away from the part of the game that people actually want to play, the platforming, because it's a platformer. This is a collective-thon platformer. Like, I don't know. Okay, because I would still love the... it's such a fucking hard thing to... I can't get my thoughts straight, because it's such a hard thing to talk about. But, like, fuck, dude, I don't care about combat in a Sonic game. Obviously, I would... If it's there, I would love for it to be better. I'm not a proponent of, like, making the combat even dumber than it is in this game. Like, it's already... This is as simple as it should get if we continue with this platforming combat whatever system, right? But like, don't fucking make it crazy. Make it like a platinum game. I've already said that though. I don't know why I need to repeat this shit. Whatever. Hop in my fucking comments and start saying shit. Say, if you got this far in the video, say, you should really think about stopping making YouTube content because your opinions are so trash, it makes me want to lose my marbles. One of my favorite mean comments I got, actually, I don't know why this just came into my brain. Someone said watching one of my videos was the equivalent of, like, experiencing water torture. Which is fucking crazy, dude. It's all because I said I didn't like Tears of the Kingdom. It's true. Tears of the Kingdom fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can tell. I'm a hater, dude. I'm a hater through and through. I forgot that went through when you stomped. That's new to this game. They're like, okay, this game, we're trying again. This game has very weird changes. One, a lot of people really don't like the way Sonic controls in these stages, the cyberspace stages. I don't really agree. I mean, I don't think it controls as well as the other Boost Formula games. It's definitely of lesser quality in terms of controls and based on those merits. But I also don't think it's that bad. Like, it's alright. I mean, overrated as fuck, overhated as fuck is what I meant to say. But like, I don't know, it's not the fucking worst thing ever. Even when I played this for the first time, I was very confused about why people hated the specific feeling of these cyberspace stages. It improves from forces, which is good. It's not perfect still, which is bad. But like, I don't know, it's not crazy awful. Like, I'm controlling it, I'm having a fun time playing through these stages. Maybe boost Sonic's base speed a little bit. That's the one time I would really agree with, I don't know, these like movement enhancement mods, quote unquote. I don't know if I've talked about this before, man, but holy shit. Movement enhancement mods are the worst things that I have ever seen. Because it's a lot of people taking a system that worked really well for the game that it was in and just fucking tweaking it so much that, yeah, Sonic goes really fast, but he also breaks every single fucking level. And as a result, the game is not fun to play. Like, it's awful. Especially for Lost World on the, like, Wii U. There's, like, one improvement mod, and it is the worst thing I've ever fucking seen. Look, I understand making mods is difficult, and I'm talking a lot of shit right now as someone who doesn't make this fan content that's really difficult to kind of to produce, and I get it. It's hard. Balancing a game is hard, but making an improvement mod does bring you very direct comparison to the base game, right? And you gotta be ready for those comparisons. And when it just fucking breaks a lot of the base game and gives you a movement system that, yeah, it might be faster, but it also does not fucking work within the confines of the game, that's not an improvement. You just made the game worse. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I agree that, you know, improvement mods for this that allow you to bring in the open world, feel, or the open world controls into the cyberspace stages, that's an overall improvement. I understand what they were going for here. You're in a confined space, they want to make sure that you're not fucking breaking shit, or completely altering the way you play a level just based on the movement styles you pick. Like, I get that. But also, it does make Sonic feel very slow. It makes everything about the stages feel just a little bit slower, a little bit clunkier than previous boost formula games. That, keep in mind, I don't think those are massive issues. I still really fucking love running through the Cyberspace stages as this kind of like little respite from main gameplay. But like, I can see why people would want to boost the speed a little bit. Though I have found, I'm gonna say this with my whole chest, Sonic moves pretty fast in this game. If you just, I don't know, it's hard to gauge his speed because of the camera, especially in Cyberspace stages. It is fucking bad, man. The camera is put at a really awkward angle, and it's just, it makes Sonic feel so much slower than he actually is. I saw a single mod added to Sonic Frontiers where it didn't change the movement speed, it didn't change nothing, except for, oh my god, you need 27, you, god damn you hungry. It didn't change anything but the camera placement. And that fucking changed everything. And yeah, I should have known camera placement was important. It's kind of silly that I didn't take that into account. But like, most people don't seem to be taking that into account, like, at all, when they think about, is Sonic fast enough in this game? Whatever. Dude, just taking the camera and putting it a little lower, yeah, it limits visibility a bit. So that's something to worry about, but it just makes Sonic feel fast as fuck. And I love that. That's what people want, man. That's what people crave in these games. That's what I crave in these games. So definitely, like, moving forward, that is an improvement they could definitely make. It doesn't seem like they're really changing it up much for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Feels very much the same in that regard, but I could be wrong. I could be a little unsure. I do think that, like, based on the gameplay I've seen, still feels like Shadow's moving a little bit slower than in base gens, what Sonic's movement speed is. But I'd really love to see a camera mod. I'd really love to see maybe, like, ability to change how low the camera is, just like the ability to change his speed. So if you want the visibility and want to go a little bit, quote-unquote, slower, because you can see stuff coming up a little bit better, do that. If you want him to feel a little bit faster, lower the camera a little bit, that could be neat. I could really fuck with that. So, talking about things I hate about this game, because I've been meat riding it, this is the stupidest fucking inclusion they could have possibly made. The nighttime bullshit, like that, no. Stop. You're not special for that. You're not that guy. That did not work like you think it was gonna work. Oh, look, they have to just come back at night. Oh, can you, like, change the night and day system at all? No. Oh, so they just have to sit there and wait until it becomes nighttime if it's the last thing they have to do? Yeah. What the fuck? Like, who thought of that? That's the stupidest shit ever. How do I get up there, man? Oh, I have to go all the way over there. What the fuck? I do want to get max boost in this. I'm not going to be doing the time attack missions to get the spin dash, because at the point we get it, it'll be so late in the game, it's just not fucking worth it. Oh, hey. What's up, gang? Have I not talked to you yet? There's no way. Well, I definitely haven't talked to you yet. Dude, I've been walking around naked this whole time. God damn, man. That's bad. Alright, yeah, you don't have to talk to me anymore. I'm good. Let's not swap anything. I'm good. Thank you, gang. Appreciate you. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, okay. No, I lost it again. God damn it! This is awful. This is the worst. This is what it's like to have ADHD live. Check this shit out on live twitch.tv. Me losing my fucking mind because I can't remember a single goddamn thing. Whatever. Oh, these puzzles. Haven't talked about them yet. A lot of people are very unhappy about them because they aren't particularly difficult or interesting. I agree. I don't know, they're not pace-breaking or anything. I think it still fits pretty well within the confines of what this game is trying to do, within the pace of this game, but they don't do anything too interesting. So if you were looking for, like, a really, really, really interesting puzzle, that's great. For me, I feel like it just makes the experience a little bit smoother. Just having things be a little bit easier and not making you focus too much of your effort on a completely different type of gameplay style. It's hard, man. It's hard to make this shit work because you'll have instances where, like, yeah, you get tiny mini games here or there, and I don't know. I think that works really fucking well. for these kind of open zone experiences. Okay, like Final Fantasy VII. Let me cook on this one. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth fucking rocks and does this so well. It adds a multitude of different like little mini games that you can do and a bunch of shit like that. It's awesome. It rocks it. It rocks at that. And the pace is so good as a result. And I think this is similarly working pretty well in favor of this game in terms of pace. But also, they're not that interesting. But I don't know. Okay. This is... I want to get this last thought out before we end this episode. I'm kind of losing track. I'm fucking losing steam real fast. But I think that this game would have been way worse if these puzzles were, like, incredibly in-depth. Because we saw with Update 3, they made these puzzles balls to the walls difficult, and they gave you so little of the actual fucking map. Like, that was what people kind of wanted when it came to the difficulty of these things. It made it more interesting on the onset. I never fucking finished that shit because I valued my time. And that was easily the most fucking annoying thing I've ever had to deal with. Update 3's map was an atrocity. It was terrible. It was atrocious. And I feel like the pacing would be just as bad in base game if they ended up making the puzzles that much more complex. And I think people would have been super upset about it, and it would have sucked ass, and that's kind of the TLDR of that situation. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna get some caffeine in my system and get back so I can start complaining about things again. That's my favorite pastime.